And a good afternoon to you from Brookland at Casey High School on an 83-degree, mostly sunny afternoon. Today on YouTube, Palmetto Prep football as the Minutemen look to go to 3-0 on the season. Hosting another conference opponent today, West Georgia Prep is in town. They come in at 0-1. Hi again, everybody. Chris Sheeman, glad to be with you. Minutemen coming off that 43-0 win against MDA Prep in the game. Hayden Vasquez had two first-quarter touchdown tosses. Quincy Thompson had a 44-yard touchdown run. Labiat also a 3-yard touchdown run. It was 28-0 after the first quarter last week. Minutemen scored on the opening drive of the third quarter. Nabanya Moore to Jaquan Gibson for a 26-yard TD pass and catch, Andrew Person also had a quarterback keeper for a 1-yard touchdown run in the fourth to put the sprinkles on the ice cream in what was a 43-0 victory for Palmetto Prep. So the Minutemen 2-0, 2-0 here at home, 1-0 in the Post-Grad Football League, taking on West Georgia Prep, 0-1, 0-1 on the road, and 0-1 in the conference play, and they are also a member of the PGFL. They're coming off a bad loss, 57-0 against Birmingham Sports Academy at Callaway Stadium in Georgia last weekend. So be interesting to see. Where are they, as a matter of fact? I see two captains out there right now and no football team, so we'll check on the coin toss here. This is the final, as I mentioned, of three straight at home for the Minutemen. Coming up next is a trip to, I found out just before kickoff, Atlanta, where they'll take on Gulf Island Sports based out of Orange Beach, Alabama. Two teams going to meet about halfway in Atlanta and play there. That'll be next Sunday. And then the month of October gets really interesting for Palmetto Prep. Phoenix City comes back. Oh, I forgot about the Georgia Knights. So two road games to wrap up September. Let's flip it back for a second. So Gulf Island Sports in Atlanta next Sunday. Then the Georgia Knights on the road the Sunday after that. That'll be September 26th. And then, as I was saying, things get really interesting in the month of October. You've got Phoenix City coming back, then at Fort Union. Then on the 17th of October, Birmingham Sports Academy comes. And folks, really in this league, it's looking like Phoenix City. It's looking like Birmingham Sports. I put probably Birmingham in the two spot underneath Palmetto Prep. So Palmetto Prep, Birmingham, and Phoenix City as the three favorites. So that's a real tough stretch. Then they go at Methodist to take on their JV, and Myrtle Beach Prep out of conference on Halloween. So a very interesting schedule coming up here, and these next two, including today, a couple of winnable games. We don't know much about Gulf Island Sports. Georgia Knights have some history, but things are going to get real good come October. Palmetto Prep did win the toss. They will receive here today. Last week they won the toss, and they deferred to the second half. This week they're going to try to get the football first. West Georgia Prep has just come onto the field. We saw two of their captains. It's a shorter roster, but we're just about set to go here. So settle in, folks, wherever you're watching from. As always, we appreciate it. Thanks for tuning in here today on YouTube. And back to receive today for Palmetto Prep. It looks like Logan Crossfield's back there. We know Nickel Fields has done quite a bit of returning. Kicking for the Raiders. They have a kicker, unlike last week's opponent, so we're already a little bit better off. Aaron Tilley will kick it off and get us underway. And he pooches it. It's going to be taken by one of the up men on a bobble. Got a fall on it. That was Caden Bell McKeithen. So Palmetto Prep will take over at the 28-yard line, moving right to left. No wind to speak of here today. Earlier today, it was pretty nice out. It's gotten a little hotter. Down on the field, You can always add a good 10 degrees at least. So we started at 83 and mostly sunny. A few clouds, but nothing really to speak of weather-wise here today. We've been real lucky these last 3 weeks. We've had beautiful weather. It has been hot, but the weather has been nice. Starting today again is Hayden Vasquez at quarterback. Again, we'll see everybody. So Vasquez in the shotgun right now for the Minutemen. Oh, nope, that's Nabanye Moore. My apologies. So Nabanye Moore gets the start. It's a handoff to Duhart. DeAndre Duhart starting at running back, and he gains a couple. Flag is down, it looks like. No? Yeah, there is a flag down. Jaqueline Reed made the stop, but let's check the penalty. So Nabanye Moore starts at quarterback. DeAndre Duhart is the running back. Receivers, number 1, Jaquan Gibson. Number 4, Eric Harris Jr. Number 89, Joshua Johnson. And number 7, Jaden Scott. Left tackle, number 73, Lushawn Campos. The left guard, number 60, Cooper Dunnigan. The center is number 68, Nate Holder. At right guard, it's number 77, Coy Frazier. And at right tackle, number 70, he's Dylan Porter. So, personal foul called on the Raiders. Handoff again to Duhart after the 15-yard penalty. No, it's a fake, and Nabanye Moore fakes everybody, including me, out as he gets inside West Georgia territory to the 49-yard line. So, 5-yard gain, second down and 5 after the penalty. Gave Palmetto Prep a first down. Now they're on the march inside the Raiders' territory. Raiders from LaGrange, Georgia, which is south of Atlanta, a little bit north of Columbus on the Georgia-Alabama border. So if this league, unlike some other post-grad football leagues, holds on, they could get a nice little rivalry going with Phoenix City. Those two teams real close to one another. This is going to be a handoff to Sharon Phipps, the receiver, and a nice read by the defense. It's a loss of 3. Jaqueline Reed, that's already the second time we've called his name here this afternoon for West Georgia. And it's a third down and 9 now, back inside Minutemen territory. We had a little internet situation. I tried to do something different, which you should never do. If something works, just go with that. It looks like we should be okay now. However, if for some reason internet goes out, we'll get it back up and running quick as we can. Nabanye Moore throwing too high for Phipps, and the Raiders hold after committing the penalty. It's 3 and out after the penalty for the Minutemen, so they will punt. Ethan Greenberg trots out. I don't think we saw a punt last week. I don't think they punted at all, Palmetto Prep. Most of the time they were inside the opponent's territory anyways. Let's see who's back to receive for West Georgia. I believe it's Charles Miller, number 3. Beautiful kick. It's actually number 2. That's Dylan Wade, who's going to let it bounce into the end zone. So takes a Raiders bounce. Raiders will have it when we come back. Just underway here at Brooklyn Casey. No score yet between Palmetto Prep and West Georgia Prep. First and 10 at their 20. It's Kobe Campbell starting at receiver today, starting at quarterback today for West Georgia Prep. Chris Sheeman, glad to be back with you. So in the shotgun, the handoff goes straight ahead for a gain of 2 or 3. That is Derek Kelly, I believe. And it's a number 22. Of course, we don't have a number 22 on our roster. I'm going to say it's Derek Kelly, though, and I'm sure there's some parents out there who will correct me if needed. Derek Kelly normally wears a number in the 20s, so it would make sense. In a world of post-grad football, that rarely does make sense. So it's a gain of 3, and flag stop the play. It looks like we have a timeout already for West Georgia Prep. So we'll step aside again. So 11:40 left to go. Timeout on a second down. We'll be back. Out of the timeout, it'll be a second down and 7. West Georgia Prep. Kobe Campbell, Derek Kelly, we believe, in the backfield. Chris Sheeman, glad to be back with you. Final of 3 straight at home to start the season for Palmetto Prep. Next 2 on the road. Campbell looks to the near side. Pass is intended for Derek Hurd and deflected away by the Palmetto Prep corner. I believe that was Chase Davis, a name we've called quite frequently here this season. It was Chase Davis. So third down now and 7. West Georgia Prep. Palmetto Prep defense trying for a 3-and-out here this afternoon. Campbell, 2 receivers to each side. The offensive line, Keith Abrams, Caleb Leslie, Michael Irvin, Jared Buckler, and Taquavius Graham. We're going to see some two-way players here today as well. Gabriel Naiseth also in there here on this third down. 11:25 left to go. Now what? Boy, this is a herky-jerky start to this one. Both officials looks like chatting with Wes Dorton there, who's never been mad in his life, by the way. I'm going to get a text message on Monday afternoon when Wes watches this. Hello, Wes. All right, let's try it again. Third down and 7. Campbell facing the pressure. Boy, he got right in there. Dylan Wade on the screen catches it, and he's got enough for the first down out to the 31-yard line. It's a gain of 8. So a nice play there by West Georgia Prep. They've done their homework. We have seen Palmetto Prep all season long be able to get into the backfield fairly quickly, especially on third down pass plays. Third and fourth down last week, but third down most of the season. And that's how you beat that little screen. Campbell again in the shotgun, same formation, 2 receivers to each side. Handoff ahead again, it's Kelly, we believe, and he's stuffed. Flag on the field. Cameron Brigham, one of the defensive ends, got there first, I believe. Brigham up front, Brandon Smiley up there. See a lot of Andrew King on that front line for Palmetto Prep. And we'll actually negate that play on a false start. So back inside the 30, West Georgia Prep. 10:26 to go, just underway. First possession for Palmetto Prep, got a first down on a penalty and then went 3 and out from there. Punted it, and West Georgia Prep's been tiptoeing back and forth. Sack is on Campbell. Getting in there, Ricky Stever. Ricky Stever, Forsyth Central product. Averaged just under 7 tackles a game his senior year with 5 sacks down in Gainesville, Georgia. And that's his first sack here today. So they're calling it 2nd and 24, back at the 18 now, inside 10 minutes to go here in this opening quarter. West Georgia Prep's opening drive of the ball game after Palmetto Prep punted on their first. West Georgia Prep's roster mainly Alabama and Georgia players. I mentioned they're from LaGrange, which is right there on the border of those two states. Campbell again, quick pass out to Kelly, and Kelly's going backwards. So West Georgia is going the wrong direction. And it's going to go from 3rd and 24 to 3rd and 28. All the way back at their 14-yard line. They need to take it to their own 42. Be an interesting play call here. Do they send pressure? They've been blitzing a lot on 3rd downs, or do you just drop back? Jacoby Satterwhite's in there, 6', 275. We've seen him get to the quarterback with relative ease. Darius Keck, one of the captains, lined up right behind him at the linebacker spot. So look near us if there's going to be penetration. Yeah, that's what I thought. Keck showing blitz. It's a quick pitch out to Kelly. Kelly gets to the outside, fumbles it out of bounds, and it'll be a punt to come for West Georgia Prep. So not a bad pickup. Got about 10, 12 yards out of that, maybe a little bit more. So it'll be Austin Tilley to punt it away, and going back is Nickel Fields. The Providence Day 3-star recruit Nickel Fields. Tilley, some pressure. Amir Muhammad almost blocked it. It bounces at the 40, and it's going to roll and die at the 44. Palmetto Prep, good field position on their second possession of the game. 7:15 left to go here in the opening quarter. No score yet. We'll be back here in just a moment. Minutemen on the field quickly. Chris Sheeman back here with you. 4 receivers set. Duhart gets the handoff from Moore. Escapes 2 tacklers to the 45-50. Stiff arm, and he's taken down at the 47, which is right near the first down. Let's see where they spot it, though. Dylan Wade makes the stop. It will be a little bit short of the first down. So 9-yard pickup for Duhart, who's getting some work here early on. No score yet. Minutemen with an opportunity to go to 2-0 in PGFL play, 3-0 on the season, and 3-0 here at home. Nabanye Moore in the shotgun. Moore, plenty of time. He's got a wide open lane on the right. He's going to take off, pick up the first down as he evades one defender, and he's out of bounds at the 39-yard line. So Nabanye Moore with a nice pickup there, and let's take another look at that real quick while Moore catches his breath. And
Moore, plenty of time. He's got a wide open lane on the right. He's going to take off, pick up the first down as he evades one defender, and he's out of bounds.
And Nabanye Moore using the legs to pick up a first down. He's got that ability. Product of Statesville and South Point High School. Duhart now dragging bodies on the first down play. Takes it out to the 39-yard line. Flag is down over near us. 5:45 remaining here in the opening quarter. So let's see if we're going back. Looks like Moore signaling it was offsides. And he's right. Nabanye Moore, one of the captains for Palmetto Prep, South Point High School. I mentioned 4,800 passing yards. If I can read my writing correctly, it's an 8 or a 2. 63% completion rate in high school, 43 touchdowns. So they take the 5 yards instead, 1st and 5, more play action, and that's through the hands of Eric Harris, incomplete. Nice little slant play there, but well, too much mustard on it. 5:35 left to go, 2nd down and 5. Three receivers go to the near side now. Look out for Johnson over on the far side. If they're going deep, instead it's a run. Duhart escapes one tackler, fumbles the ball, and gets back on it. So it's a gain of 1. But more importantly, Palmetto Prep able to hang on to the football. That was Devin Hill knocking the ball loose. The safety for the Raiders coming up. 3rd down still manageable for Palmetto Prep. Likely in 4-down territory here either way. Right at the 5-minute mark here in quarter number 1. So 3rd and 4. Again, Johnson to his lonesome on the far side for Moore in the offense. More protection. He's got his check down, Duhart, and he falls down. So Nabanye Moore got flustered after the pocket collapsed. Duhart was wide open over on the far side there, but instead it's a sack for West Georgia. Palmetto Prep will have to kick it away again. Let's see if we could take a look at that one more time here.
Duhart, and he falls down, so Nabanye Moore got flustered after the...
You could take my word for it if you didn't see it live the first time. So Ethan Greenberg punted it into the end zone the first time. Dylan Wade back to receive for the Raiders. Special teams has been a bonus for Palmetto Prep this year. That's a beautiful kick. It's going to bounce, and it's going to die at the 2-yard line. Great special teams play. Tavin Ward after a beautiful kick by Ethan Greenberg. West Georgia is going to be backed up when we come back. Chris Sheeman back here with you. 1st and 10 at their own 5. West Georgia backed up near their own goal line. Campbell actually standing in the end zone. Got a bad snap, and it's a safety. Sack on the play. I believe there was a flag down, so let's hold up. Wynn and Morris got there, but let's check the penalty first. They called face mask. Oh, boy. Well, never mind. First 2 points off the board for Palmetto Prep. The Minutemen at times this year have shot themselves in the foot, and they do so here, giving up points and allowing West Georgia Prep to get out of their own end zone as well. So 1st and 10, now at their 20 on the 15-yarder. Now the Raiders need to capitalize off this mistake. Kobe Campbell, one back in the backfield. Now he's dancing around trying to escape, and he cannot. Javon Wynn getting there again. So that'll go for a sack and a 2-yard loss. So Kobe Campbell under the gun here on this drive. 2nd down and 12 upcoming now for West Georgia Prep.
He's dancing around trying to escape, and he cannot. Javon Wynn.
Got to get some protection from up front. A lot of the offensive line is also the defensive line, so those guys are going to be out there pretty much all day. Big blitz now, low snap. It's a handoff again. We believe it's Kelly. Takes it back to the original marker, so that'll bring up 3rd down and 10 late here in quarter number 1. 2:20 left to go. Morris again getting that penetration. I think Fabian Powell also got in there, the linebacker from Savannah. So here we go. I actually marked it a little further back than I thought. No, it is 3rd and 10. They're not standing in the right spot back there. That's the problem. So 3rd down and 10. Got to get it out to the 30. Campbell and the Raider offense here. 1:44 and counting here in quarter number 1. He's got one lone receiver on that far side. Looking to the near side. Pass complete in the backfield to Hurd, and he's going nowhere but backwards. So Dedrick Hurd loses 4, and Austin Tilley will come back out to kick it away. Nickel Fields, nope, not Nickel Fields. It looks like it's going to be Henry Pickens. So Pickens standing at the West Georgia 45-yard line. And Austin Tilley standing at his 5. Clock continues to move, 40 seconds. That was a short boot, bounces at the 40, handled again by Pickens. Pickens tries to escape, maybe got a couple. But Palmetto Prep will take over in good field position. We're late here in this opening quarter. Looks like we have our first sub of the afternoon as Quincy Washington has come in at running back. Quincy Washington last week, a 44-yard touchdown run in that 43-0 victory. Looks like Vasquez is also in at quarterback. So the second unit, so to speak, is in. Washington gets the handoff from Vasquez and got tripped up by his shoestrings. Ball comes out. And I believe it's recovered by Palmetto Prep. That's going to go for a loss of 3. I don't have a 54 for Palmetto Prep on my roster. I believe, yeah, that's Nate Holder. My apologies. So 54, Nate Holder recovers the fumble. The clock hit 0. We played 15, no score. Palmetto Prep and West Georgia Prep. 15 minutes in the books. Nothing to show for it yet. Palmetto Prep will try to get something going here when we come back. Chris Sheeman, glad to be back with you. Second quarter, Palmetto Prep and West Georgia Prep scoreless. Palmetto Prep second down and 13. Vasquez looking for a bomb. He's got Gibson. It's almost caught. Oh, just came up a little bit short on a bomb that would have put Palmetto Prep on the board for sure. He got around two defenders, I believe. Let's take another look at it.
Prep and West Georgia Prep scoreless. Palmetto Prep second down and 13. Vasquez looking for a bomb. He's got Gibson. It's almost caught. Oh, just came up.
Brings up third and 13 just inside Raiders territory. Vasquez looking over the middle, dances around. Now he's scrambling, taking off, and he picks up about 4 or 5. He'll be short. Interesting decision here, Palmetto Prep. Good special teams. We've been talking about the special teams, but this is kind of 4 down territory, 4th and 9. Looks like the special teams unit's coming out there. I think that's the right decision. You're playing in a game where neither offense is really flowing right now, and both defenses are playing well. You've got a good punter in Ethan Greenberg. Why not use him? Dylan Wade standing at his 10-yard line for West Georgia. Ethan Greenberg back at his own 44. Yeah, played a special teams game right now. Palmetto Prep was able to back up West Georgia, and if it were not for a penalty, they would have had a safety on the last drive. Another beautiful kick. Fair caught by Wade at the 19-yard line. So another punt inside the 20 for Ethan Greenberg, and it'll be Raiders of West Georgia Prep taking over. Boy, they gave up 57 points to Birmingham Sports Academy last week, West Georgia Prep. So far, Palmetto Prep not finding much on offense. Couple almosts, though. It's kind of like in soccer where they have, one team's got 25 shots on goal. You can see it's coming. A goal is coming. A touchdown is coming. It's just a couple of near misses right now. Things not syncing quite up with the offense so far today for the Minutemen. Back out there, Kobe Campbell, West Georgia Prep. Four receivers set. Campbell lofts it, and that's a jump ball that was almost caught by Dylan Wade. Jeffrey McKelton over on that far side, making a good defensive play, getting some help. So second down and 10. Just underway here in the second quarter, final of 3 straight to start the season at home for Palmetto Prep, as they look to go to 3-0 and get an all-important conference win before going on the road for back-to-back games. Both will be in Georgia. Campbell with the handoff to Kelly. He got popped initially, keeps his footing, and still lost 1, I think. Cameron Brigham got there first. Crossfield gets credit with the final tackle. Brigham applied that.
Campbell with the handoff to Kelly. He got popped initially, keeps his footing, and still
running back. We don't have a number. So, third down and 11, Campbell in the offense. It's been blitz time for Palmetto Prep. Here they come. Pass is caught in the backfield and stuffed by Brandon Smiley. All the way back at the 15-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on third down and 4th and 15. Derek Hurd caught another one, and boy, this defense has been something else on third down all season long. Austin Telly back out to kick it away, standing at the Raiders' 42-yard line. Henry Pickens. And again, watch out on special teams here and see if Palmetto Prep can't get some pressure. Looks like we might have a timeout first. Trouble getting lined up on special teams. West Georgia Prep uses their second timeout of this opening half, and we'll use a timeout as well. We'll be back. Okay, Raiders are ready to kick this away on 4th and 15. Chris Sheeman back here with you. Austin Tilley will kick it away. Henry Pickens standing at the Raiders' 40-yard line. Tilley gets it away. It's going to bounce. Pickens handles it at the 42 and takes it inside the 40. Gets out of bounds. So more good field position for Palmetto Prep with Vasquez and Quincy Washington in the backfield now for the Minutemen. I actually marked it at the 35, so that's where Palmetto Prep will take over. Got to capitalize on this good field position. Max Dowling, the tight end, lined up as one of the slot receivers over near us. Play action. Vasquez looking to bomb it, and that is incomplete. Some bumping and shoving over on the far side. Morgan, the defensive back, and I believe it was Johnson, the receiver, it was. But nothing too strenuous or anything that drew the official's eye, so it'll be 2nd and 10 now. Joshua Johnson is hobbling a bit, and he's limping quickly, though, off the field. So he'll come out. Jaden Scott will take his spot on the top of your screen. 2nd and 10. Vasquez looking for Scott. Can't find him. Facing some pressure. Gets it away. It's caught at the 29-yard line. Sharon Phipps making the play. And it'll bring up a 3rd down and short for the Minutemen. Nice play there by Vasquez, who saw the pocket collapsing. Didn't panic.
Vasquez looking for Scott. Can't find him. Facing some pressure. Gets it away. It's caught at the 20.
Makes it a 3rd down and manageable here with 11:05 remaining. 3 receivers on the far side. Play action again. Dangerous pass. It's tipped, caught by Dowling, and he's going to score. Knocking bodies out of his way into the end zone, and it's a touchdown for Palmetto Prep. Max Dowling's 3rd of the year. That was a real dangerous pass, but it worked. It was tipped, and Dowling comes up with it. Boy, this Max Dowling.
Receivers on the far side. Play action again. Dangerous pass. It's tipped, caught by Dowling, and he's going to score. Knocking bodies out of his way into the...
I'm going to take him, and we're going to come kick your butts because he is something else. That is his 3rd touchdown reception this season. Ethan Greenberg boots it through. 7-zip Palmetto Prep. They get off the snide. 10:50 left to go until halftime. Minutemen will kick off here when we come back. 7-zip on that touchdown catch for Palmetto Prep. 10:50 left to go. Max Dowling, his third of the season. Dowling, by the way, has offers Delaware, Buffalo, and Pitt. And I begged him not to go to Buffalo because of my Bowling Green Falcons. But you know what, Max? I want you to go to Buffalo because I want Bowling Green to get their butts kicked so we can get a new coaching staff. I have seen enough of that Boston College nonsense at my Bowling Green State University for a lifetime. West Georgia Prep returns it out to their 26-yard line. Bowling Green lost to South Alabama last week. Nobody loses to South Alabama, but my Falcons found a way, and I am hot about it. I am red hot. So Max, go to Buffalo and score 7 touchdowns in one game against Bowling Green, because that'll happen. The actual situation at Bowling Green is far more complex than I'm making it. Mike Jenks was our head coach until about 3 years ago, left the program just completely desolate. It's almost like restarting a program at Bowling Green. I could rant about that for days. Instead, it's 1st and 10, and a lofty ball by Campbell is caught at the 44-yard line. Dylan Wade taking bodies with him out to the 46. Nice pickup there for West Georgia. Is that their first down today, not via the penalty? I believe so. They're going to call it a gain of 20. Reagan Keefe and others getting in there for the Minutemen as we near 10 minutes left to go. Vasquez is his third touchdown throw of the season. Vasquez is a 4-year varsity player at Sumter, which is a good high school football school, as that 1st and 10 pass is off the mark, intended for Cordell Sweet. Dowling had the game-winning touchdown catch against Phoenix City in the opener back on August 29th. Campbell now 2nd down and 10. Low snap, able to gather. Its ball is tipped, though. Was that Wynn, I believe, who got the deflection? Wynn and Tyree Morris were both there. Yeah, Wynn's going to get credit. So 3rd down and 10 now for the Raiders after falling behind 7-zip. They need a little momentum here on this drive. Campbell took him a while on the sideline to get the call in, so new receiver Cordell Sweet now comes to the near side. It's been a 4-receiver set with, we believe, Derek Kelly in at running back. Boy, that snap bounces. And Kobe Campbell, who has been up against it at times in the backfield, managing this offense, does the smart thing, I think, and just falls on it. Not much you could do with that. It's all the way back to the 39. And a loss of 7 brings up 4th and 17, and Austin Telly will see him for the 3rd time. $9:10 remaining. Palmetto Prep, West Georgia Prep, 2 conference opponents meeting here at Brookland Casey. Temperature up to 85 degrees. Not a ton of humidity, says the guy standing in the shade. That kick was almost blocked. It's going to take a Minuteman bounce out to the 36-yard line. It'll be caught there by Ryan Ross for the Raiders. So that's where the Minutemen will take over. 8:39 left to go here in this opening half. We'll take a timeout and come back. Chris Shima, glad to be back with you. Vasquez remains in at quarterback. The Demanier Moore started. We will likely see Andrew Person at some point. Vasquez looking for another bomb. Flag is down. He'll loft it up. It's a jump ball, and it's incomplete. Good to see Joshua Johnson back out there after he hobbled. Let's check that flag, though. That came out pretty quickly. 7:35 left to go here in this opening half. Chris Shima, glad to be with you. Couple of weekends off for me, not for Palmetto Prep. They're going road tripping. I get to cart my mom around South Carolina for a week while Palmetto Prep's on the road. Pray for good weather. We do not do well cooped up with each other. So it's a hold. That backs up Palmetto Prep to their 32-yard line, 2nd down and 20. 3 receivers on the near side, and Johnson alone on that far side. Handoff goes to Nickel Fields. Nickel Fields with a burst to midfield. And a pickup of 18 for Nickel Fields. Well, that's one way to squash that penalty. Call it a gain of 19 and a 2nd down and 1 after a 1st and 20. Boy, Nickel Fields has so much athletic ability. Played at Providence Day, rushed for over 3,000 yards there. Now Vasquez escapes. Vasquez with the herky-jerky to the 30-20, and he's taken down inside the 20-yard line. We haven't seen much from that from Vasquez this season. Let's see if we could take a look at that again real quick here. I don't think I'm going to be able to load it up in time. Yeah, Palmetto Prep's going quick. We'll take a look at it again after this play, maybe. Oh, they called timeout. Thanks, guys. They heard me. Let's take another look at this. Vasquez escapes 2 defenders who almost collided with each other, it looks like there, and finally dragged down inside the 20-yard line. So timeout for Palmetto Prep. 6:23 remaining here in this opening half. The Minutemen are on the march once again. We'll be back. Here's a look at the upcoming schedule. 3 of the next 4 on the road. Boy, the month of October is going to be a month for Palmetto Prep. Phoenix City, Fork Union, and Birmingham. Those are the big three you want to look out for right there. That's the replay of the Vasquez run. We got to get back to live action as it's 1st and 10 now. As Vasquez lofts it up for Johnson on the far side. Johnson unable to get much separation between him and the defenders there. So that'll bring up a 2nd down and 10. So 2 big runs on this drive have got Palmetto Prep inside the red zone. It was Nickel Fields with a big 19-yard burst, and then Vasquez ran 20 plus. Nickel Fields remains in at running back, by the way, with a 4-receiver set on 2nd and 10. It's Vasquez gunning it over the middle. It's caught down at the 5-yard line by Jaquan Gibson. So Jaquan Gibson makes it 1st and goal on an 11-yard pickup, they'll call it. So they mark it at the 6. Inside 6 to play here in the half. Boy, the offense with Vasquez these last couple of weeks has really marched down the field well. And a flag is down as soon as I give them a compliment. I think they're going to go backwards. So false start. 1st and goal now from the 11. Sometimes when you're in the shotgun spread like this, going back to the 11 is not the worst thing in the world. It gives you a little more room to operate for the receivers. Always looking on the bright side. That's me. Vasquez looking on that far side. He's going down. What a job there by Devin Hill. All the way back to the 20. I got no positive spin on that one. That was just good defense by the Raiders. 9-yard loss. So 2nd down and goal from the 20. I could spin it. Max Dowling caught a 29-yard touchdown catch. Then somebody can catch a 20-yard. See? Always positive. There's the sack by Devin Hill. And now it's 2nd down. That was Nickel Fields. Nickel Fields hesitated. Right up the middle, right to the house. Stay positive, ladies and gentlemen, and things will happen for you. 13-0 on the touchdown by Fields. So Nickel Fields goes 20. He's got 39 yards on this drive on 2 carries alone. And Palmetto Prep takes another one to the house. There's the end of it for Nickel Fields. That burst of speed he's got, like a Ferrari. So 4:30 left to go. Chance for Ethan Greenberg to make it 14-zip here. And he does. 14-0 Palmetto Prep. Good on their last 2 drives. You're watching Minutemen football here on YouTube. We'll be back in just a moment. .430 left to go here in the half, and the half is ending strong for the Minutemen, 14-0. Chris Sheeman here with you. Ethan Greenberg will kick it away. Cariate Morgan back to receive the kick, standing at about his 20-yard line. See if West Georgia can find something. Yet to score here on the season. They were shut out by Birmingham Sports Academy. How about the Minutemen defense? They've given up 6 points in 2.5 games almost. Morgan had to go back to the 5, takes it to the 10-15, gets to the outside edge 30-35, and he got dragged down. And he's going to get 15 more on a terrible penalty for Palmetto Prep. A definite horse collar. So that'll bring it. These fans in front. That'll take it inside Palmetto Prep territory, I believe. We'll check the penalty. They said you got to get him down. Well, they're not wrong. Oh. So it'll be 1st and 10 now at the 45 of the Minutemen. West Georgia Prep, some pretty good field position. Let's make some noise for your Minutemen defense. Kobe Campbell in the shotgun. 3 receivers on the near side. Campbell running the show for the Raiders here this afternoon. He's been up against it. Almost intercepted. Henry Pickens making the play. It's the pass intended for Dylan Wade over on that far side of your screen. So 4:12 left to go here in the opening half. Palmetto Prep, after that penalty, gave the Raiders some good field position. Raiders got to capitalize on it, though. It's Derek Hurd over on the far side. I said it was Wade. My apologies. Campbell looking to throw, pocket collapsing. He lofts one up, and that one almost picked as well. That one had no life in it. It was like a knuckleball in the air. Logan Crossfield making the play that time in that same area. And it'll bring up a 3rd down and 10 for the Minutemen. Correction for the Raiders. For the Minutemen defense, a chance to go 3 and out after giving up good field position. Here come the blitzers. Now they back off. Up front, they get good penetration. Pass is complete for a minimal gain of 2. Dylan Wade made the catch. Donquay Wilson made the stop. And some good sportsmanship afterwards. Was that Wilson or was it Tavin Ward? I believe it was Wilson. They got a 21 and 31, and sometimes when it's bang, bang. So decision time here for West Georgia. Will they kick it? They've got 3:22. Clock continues to tick away. They might take a delay a game here. Give themselves 5 extra yards to work with. Yeah, looks like Austin Tilley is coming back out there. Well, the line is going out, so they will kick it. They did take the 5 yards, like I said. So the delay of game puts the ball at the 48. Nickel Fields this time back to return after rushing for 39 yards and a score on 2 carries on the last drive. Fields was standing at his 15. He's moved up to about the 22 now. Well, they're going to take another delay. The play clock hit 0. So this would be the second delay of game. They're bringing on a sub. So 2 delays. Now it's inside the Raiders' territory. So 4th and 18 now. Nickel Fields is moving up to his 25-yard line. Look out, boy. Some penetration again. The kicker does fall down. The official not buying it, though. It does take a Raiders roll, but more good field position for the Minutemen. Looks like they'll have it at about their 40. So 2:25 to work with for Palmetto Prep. If you're just joining us, let's recap the scoring. Nothing doing for either team in the opening quarter. Second quarter, Max Dowling connects with Hayden Vasquez, who threw him a 29-yard touchdown pass. That was at the 10:50 mark. Then at the 4:30 mark, Nickel Fields with a 20-yard touchdown run. He had 39 yards on the last drive total. He's still out there, I believe. He's going to go out as a receiver now. Vasquez remains the quarterback. Pass complete to Fields at the 35-yard line. So gain of a couple there. 2:18 left to go. I think Palmetto Prep has 2 timeouts left. I believe they used 1 already here this half. Reed, we've called his name quite a bit, especially early on. Jaqueline Reed, one of the corners, making a quick play to make it a 2nd down and 7. Vasquez Phipps now in the backfield. Vasquez facing pressure, gets popped, stays on his feet for a moment, then taken down at the 30-yard line. Boy, Hayden did about all he could there. Christopher Hilton, an all-region player at Trapp High School, was one of the guys in there. Michael Irvin, I believe, got credit. 122 and counting. 3rd down and 13. Vasquez and the offense has had a lot of momentum. Raiders trying to get a 3-and-out here. Screen play to Nickel Fields, and Nickel Fields is going nowhere but backwards. It's a loss of 1 and a 3-and-out for Palmetto Prep as we go inside 1 minute. There's about a 20-second difference between the game clock and play clock. We'll bring up the play clock for you at halftime because they have it going here at the field today. So Ethan Greenberg will kick it away, but there's not going to be a whole heck of a lot of time to work with for West Georgia here in the half, and they've not shown a lot of consistency on offense. In fact, they've gone the opposite direction on a couple of drives here in this opening half. Dylan Wade has been the kick returner for the Raiders. Ethan Greenberg. Man, what a kick. That bounced at the 38 and rolls inside the 20 again. His 3rd inside the 20 here today on 4 punts. Plus, it runs the clock all the way down to 6 seconds. So basically a 1-play situation here for West Georgia. I'm going to see who the quarterback is. Somebody mentioned that Kobe Campbell might have been hurt on that last drive. No, he's back out there. I didn't see anything personally, but I'm doing about 12 different things up here, so I usually won't. It looks like, yeah, that's definitely Campbell coming back out there. So 6 seconds left to work with. Palmetto Prep ending the half pretty strong here. Maybe a few points, few plays didn't quite go their way in the half as Campbell takes the knee. And 30 minutes are in the books with Palmetto Prep leading it 14-0 on a Max Dowling touchdown reception from 29 yards and a Nickel Fields 20-yard touchdown carry. 14-zip at the half. We'll take a break of 15 minutes, come back and bring in the second half here just a little bit. You're watching Minutemen football here on YouTube. Welcome back to Brooklyn, Casey, here in Casey, South Carolina, just across the river from downtown Columbia. Palmetto Prep 14, West Georgia Prep 0. As we start the second half, Palmetto Prep won the toss to open the game. They elected to receive, so that means it'll be Raider football to start things off here in this final half of play. Palmetto Prep looking to go to 3-0 on the season, 2-0 in conference play, and keep their unbeaten streak here at home alive. West Georgia Prep looking for their first win of the season after dropping their first game against Birmingham Sports Academy. And Ethan Greenberg is having a day. He boots it right out of the end zone. It'll be 1st and 10 for West Georgia. If you're just joining us, second quarter was all the scoring action for Palmetto Prep. Max Dowling from Hayden Vasquez for 29-yard touchdown reception as Dowling bulldozed bodies into the end zone with him. That made it 7-0. Then just before the half, with 4:30 left to go, Nickel Fields had a 20-yard touchdown scramble. Kobe Campbell, the quarterback for West Georgia Prep, as they take over at their 25-yard line. West Georgia Prep has not done much offensively. They've had a couple of plays, 20-plus yards, but a lot of 3-and-outs. Campbell, pass complete to Wade, and it's been a lot of catches like that in the backfield, and there's going to be another penalty on Palmetto Prep there as Wade took a shot on that tackle. It was Crossfield with the tackle, and I think Crossfield might be the guilty party as well. I didn't see. It must have been a face mask. The officials are going to get together and talk about it. So from a first down, stopping the play in the backfield, this will be a 15-yarder, and West Georgia will get another first down. They've gotten, I think, 3 first downs, including this one, via the penalty here this afternoon. And it is a personal foul. Boy, 2 personal fouls on Palmetto Prep. So 30 yards of penalties. If this team does not win the championship in this conference this year, penalties will be a reason why. That is really the only negative so far for the season for the Minutemen. They've shot themselves in the foot a couple of times. Raiders got to capitalize on it, though. This is the second time they've benefited via the penalty, but they have to do something with it now. All the way at the Palmetto Prep 45. Campbell in motion is Hurd. Quick pass is caught. I believe that was Hurd who gains a couple. No, that was Cordell Sweet, I think, over on that far side who caught that. No, I'm wrong again. Third time's the charm, Jalen McKenzie with a reception. So 2nd down and 9 for West Georgia. West Georgia's tried a lot of these quick passes, and it's not leading anywhere. Now Campbell's going to go over to the sideline. The play clock is at 18. He gets the play. So the play is being delivered, and the play clock is down to 9. 3 receivers on the far side. Play clock at 1. Campbell just gets it off in time, floats it up over the middle, and it's picked off. Picked off by Henry Pickens. It looked like the receiver fell down. We're going to take another look at this here as Palmetto Prep will take over. Yeah, you could see, well, you can't see the full play. You just saw the pick there, but the receiver who fell down, that was the intended target. And Henry Pickens living up to his name. So Palmetto Prep will take over now, leading at 14-0. They'll have it at their own 24-yard line. So once again, the Minutemen defense making a play. Nabanye Moore back in at quarterback. He started the game. Hayden Vasquez was in there as well. This is Caden Bell McKeithen, the big boy, taking it past the 40. And he's all the way out to the 44-yard line. It's a pickup of 20. So McKeithen, with his first rush of the afternoon, picks up 20. It looks like Grayson Labiad is in at tight end. He was offset on the near side, but we have a penalty called here. That's actually going to be a timeout. So timeout on the field, 12:46 left to go. Palmetto Prep gets a big gain on first down, and they'll have another one when we come back. Out of the timeout, first down and 10, Palmetto Prep. They're on their 44-yard line. Chris Sheeman here with you. 14-0. McKeithen, another handoff straight ahead. This time the gain of 3. Caden Bell McKeithen from Huff High School around Fayetteville, 1,750 yards, averaged about 5 a carry. 31 touchdowns in his varsity career. He's 6 foot 220, and you saw him use all of it on that 20-yard pickup. 85 degrees, and I was down there at halftime. It is hot on the field. It's not humid, it's not muggy, but it is hot. Moore with the play action, rolls to the far side, and pass intended for Jaden Scott, but a little bit short. It'll bring up third down and 7. Nabanye Moore from North Carolina. Caden Bell McKeithen also from North Carolina. Opposite sides. Jerron Phipps ran out there for a moment and came right back. 3 receivers on the near side. Moore on third down and 7. High snap, no trouble. Plenty of time to throw. Lofts it up. It's caught at the 19-yard line. Jaden Scott. A beautiful throw by Nabanye Moore. Made it an easy one for Scott. Let's take another look at this while the Minutemen go down the field. That is a pretty football, ladies and gentlemen. 1 foot in. A money play there. So red zone time for the offense. Max Dowling is in, one of the slot receivers. Gibson on the near side. McKeithen spinning, and he is stood up in the backfield. Big number 55, Caleb Leslie for the Raiders making the play, and now a flag is in. The officials are starting to get their panties in a bunch here in the second half. We saw last week's game called very tightly. The Minutemen are pointing at West Georgia, so we'll see what the call is here. It is going to go against the Raiders. So a 15-yard penalty, half the distance to the goal, brings up a 1st down and 10 at the 12. Moore looking for the slant receiver. It was just a little bit off the mark, looking for Scott again, who was running that slant route, and it came just a little bit too quickly, just a little bit early out of the hands of Nabanye Moore. 10:57 to go here in quarter number 3, just underway in the second half. Now Scott comes to the near side. He's the lone receiver over here. McKeithen, the handoff. McKeithen to the 5. Standing up defenders and dragging them to the end zone. Caden Bell, McKeithen, touchdown. A 12-yard scramble makes it 20-zip. So Caden Bell McKeithen with a 20-yard run on this drive caps it off with a 12-yard scramble. And let's take another look at it as Ethan Greenberg gets set to kick the extra point. You can see McKeithen just taking people with him to the house. Back to live action. Greenberg connects on the extra point. It's 21-0. Let's go back to that replay and watch it again, though. Caden Bell McKeithen. Taking some friends with them on a Sunday afternoon. Come eat with me. 21-zip, Palmetto Prep. We'll step aside. Kickoff by Ethan Greenberg is up, handled at the 10-yard line by Miller. Miller gets popped and taken down past the 20. Well, it's getting dire right now for West Georgia. They've played now 6 quarters this season without an offensive score. And now they find themselves down 21-0. So far in 1.5 games, their defense has given up 78 points. And their offense has not had any successful scores. Kobe Campbell has started at quarterback. He has played the duration. The only other quarterback they have on the roster is Gabriel Harrison. Quick pitch out to Hurd, and Hurd is wrapped up in the backfield. All the way back to the 10-yard line. Making the play was Tavin Ward. We've called his name a couple times. We talked about him during the first game, Tavin Ward at North Fort Myers. Played quarterback, running back, wide receiver, safety, and corner. He had actually almost 1,500 rushing yards and 45 tackles in his senior season. He is a really athletic player. So the screens have not worked today for West Georgia. They worked on the first play. They've been blown up. Now they're going to try to run it with, we believe, Derek Kelly. He's going backwards. It's a loss of 2. It looks like Jacoby Satterwhite's going to get credit for that one. But man, this Palmetto Prep defense this season. Don't forget, they gave up 6 points in the first half in the game against Phoenix City back on August 29th. They have not given up a score since then. And they have not allowed, by the way, a defensive touchdown here in 2021 as of yet. That score by Phoenix City was off of a fumble recovery. Kobe Campbell lofts it over the field. It's caught in the middle by Wade. Wade escapes. Wade at the 40. Wade wrapped up at midfield. Touchdown saving tackle by Tavin Ward. But a gain of 43. And the biggest play of the afternoon for West Georgia has them at midfield. Really good and really necessary play for the Raiders, who, like I said, it's getting dire for them. We got to make something happen here. The offense has done nothing so far. A big play like that is just the momentum sometimes you need to get going. Campbell, that's going to bounce, and it bounces to the running back, Kelly, who takes it inside Palmetto Prep territory. I don't know if it was supposed to happen like that. Let's take a look at the replay. I don't think so. Let's take a look at this snap here. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that was a design play or not. That's something for the coaching staff to tell us in the postgame. It looked like it came right to him. So it goes for a 5-yard pickup, 2nd down and 5. Campbell rolls and has that batted away. Cameron Brigham's from Ocala, Florida. I called up. Oh, it was one of the worst weeks of my life. I did a Christmas high school basketball tournament, Kingdom of the Sun. I'm sure the folks in Ocala have heard of it. I got the flu at Christmas. I drove, and if you know anything about going to Florida after Christmas, it is full of New Yorkers. 95 south is just bumper-to-bumper traffic. I didn't know that. I had the flu. Called that tournament with the flu. It was a bad time. Campbell throws it over the middle, picked off again. It's Henry Pickens for the 2nd time, and this time he's going to the house. Touchdown, Palmetto Prep. Pickens living up to his name once again as Palmetto Prep scores another touchdown, and this one turning into a rout. Let's run it back. Henry Pickens, 2nd interception for a touchdown. And came right up to take it. What a play. And that's his reward as he scores 7. Ethan Greenberg will attempt the extra point, I believe. Did I miss the extra point? Did they call timeout? There's a flag on the play. Uh-oh. They called a block. They called a block in the back on Palmetto Prep. Let's take another look at this. That is the 2nd time an interception for a touchdown has been called back. Where's the block in the back? Where is the block in the back? Oh, right there. Okay. That's tough. So, Henry, you can use that one for your highlight reel, brother. It'll be 1st down and 10 for Palmetto Prep instead at the 40-yard line of the Raiders. And the score remains 21-zip. Nabonye Moore remains the quarterback. It looks like Duhart back in at running back. He gets the handoff. Look left, goes straight up the middle. 30, 20, 10. Touchdown, Palmetto Prep. A 40-yard scramble by DeAndre Duhart. Are there any flags on the field this time before I get too excited? No flags. Touchdown, Palmetto Prep. It's official. Let's take another look at it. It looked like initially he wanted to go right there, quickly made the adjustment. See? Right there. Bang, going back up the middle. And now he sees pay dirt on the near side of your screen. And DeAndre Duhart with a touchdown run of 40. Ethan Greenberg now will attempt the extra point. Oh, it's a fake. That's Eric Harris, and Eric Harris takes it up the middle for 2. The 2-point conversion makes it 29-zip. Palmetto Prep starting to rout them. We'll be back. 7 minutes left to go here in quarter number 3. Ethan Greenberg kicks it away. It's off the fingertips of Morgan. Morgan picks it up in the end zone. He's going to bring it out to the 10, and he's tripped up. There's a flag all the way back at the 42-yard line, so we'll check on that. 29-0. Chris Shima, glad to be back with you. Palmetto Prep starting to roll. Took him a while to get going. Remember what I said. Sometimes you can see the signs. Things weren't quite happening in that first quarter, but since then, Palmetto Prep has capitalized on every opportunity. And credit the defense, but also the reality for West Georgia is they've had opportunities as well, and they have not capitalized, and that sometimes is the story. 29-0 Palmetto Prep. I said, and I stand by this, getting into October, it's a brutal month for Palmetto Prep, so you want to get as many victories, get as many of these easier victories as well as possible to start feeling good. Here's the month of October if you're just joining us. Phoenix City comes back on the 3rd. On the 9th at Fort Union, one of the best post-grad teams in the country. The 17th, home against Birmingham Sports. That's likely a championship game preview. 24th at Methodist, their JV. And then 31st on Halloween, Myrtle Beach Prep is in town, and they've got a decent program. New quarterback is in, Gabriel Harrison, and some miscommunication with the snap there as he fumbled it. He's going to be marked back at the 19-yard line, so it's a loss of 9 and a 2nd down and 19. 6:30 left to go here in this third quarter. Palmetto Prep has 2 touchdowns in the third, 2 in the second. A 2-point conversion by Eric Harris made it 29-0. So Gabriel Harrison in at quarterback. And the handoff to the running back. And again, the Raiders are just going in the opposite direction. They are not getting any help in the backfield from that offensive line. Credit the defense. Of course, we've seen it all season for Palmetto Prep. Christopher Hilton, no correction there. Gabriel Harrison went to Barber County High School in Alabama. So third down and 15-24. We'll see if the linebackers are coming. Fabian Powell, number 40, is lined up, and we're going to get a timeout for West Georgia first. 5:06 to go here in quarter number 3. It's all Palmetto Prep, and the third and forever for West Georgia is coming up. Third down and long for West Georgia. Out of the timeout, Gabriel Harrison is taken over at quarterback on this drive. We believe it's Derek Kelly who remains the running back for West Georgia. 5:06 left to go here in the third quarter. Defense looking for another 3 and out here, the Minutemen. Look out, here comes the pressure, and Harrison running for his life, but he's not going to escape. It's a sack. Tyree Morris. And the Mechanicsburg native making a very workmanlike defensive stop there. Punting time for Austin Telly, and the Raiders still unable to get much to go. They had a big play on their last drive, then it fizzled out. They threw a pick. Henry Pickens has 2 interceptions here today for the defense. Nickel Fields is standing at the 36-yard line of West Georgia. He is not expecting a deep kick here. Telly's he's got good form and everything, but penetration has been the key here. Palmetto Prep's been able to really make things interesting on these special teams plays, and a delay of game. So that is not what you want when you're backed up into your own end zone. So half the distance, now it's at the 6-yard line. Fourth down and 31. High snap. Oh, he just got it away. It's going to be caught by one of the up men. Tyler Sanford makes the catch, and Palmetto Prep's going to have it in the red zone. Nabondier Moore trots out again at quarterback for the offense. That's what I was talking about. Austin Telly just has no time to work with back there. So the Raiders, their line today, offensively, special teams, it's been a challenge for them. 1st and 10 at the 19. Nabondier Moore still at quarterback. The new running back is Quincy Thompson. We saw briefly in the first half. Dowling in at tight end. Handoff goes to Washington. Washington escapes 1 tackle, escapes 2 tackles. And he goes to the house. Touchdown, Palmetto Prep. Another rushing touchdown, the third of the ball game by 3 different runners for Palmetto Prep. Now you're starting to see what we were talking about with this running game for Palmetto Prep. It's really been on display here today. The depth that this team has in the run game is really unmatched in the pro-grad prep world. There's a lot of teams that have a lot of talent, but man, look at this. Back to live action as Ethan Greenberg belts another one through. 36-0 is the correct score on your screen. Palmetto Prep rolling. We'll be back. Just getting back to live action here as the kick is away. Chris Sheeman here with you. 19-yard touchdown run. Quincy Thompson. Good special teams return there for the Raiders. Dylan Wade using his tiptoes to stay in bounds, and let's see where they mark him out. I thought he got past the 40. It looks like he's going to be out at the 35-yard line. 3:20 left to go. It's supposed to be a hot week here in the Carolinas, and you can feel the temperature has changed since this game has started. I can feel the humidity starting to come in. It was nice and cool until about kickoff, and you can kind of tell the change when I went downstairs, as I mentioned, at halftime, but the mugginess is starting to come back. It's not quite over yet. There's always that one mid-September reminder. Gabriel Harrison remains at quarterback, facing pressure, scrambles to the near side. He is not going to get away, taken down all the way back at the 29-yard line. Getting there first was Saeem Safdar. Saeem from Jersey. Played basketball and football at Ridgefield Park. By the way, our well wishes with Tony Labazetta, still recovering from his illness. Shout out to you, Tony. I know you're out there. We have an injury timeout. West Georgia Prep looks like maybe a player cramping or something like that. So 2:29 remaining here in this third quarter. We will have a timeout. But Tony, this is the second game he's missed, and we had a little Frenchy Fuqua for him last week. I don't have much for him this week. I'd like to give Tony an invitation, though. Whenever you're done coaching, come on up to the booth. We'll strap a mic on you. I bet he's a character. He's the kind of, you want, when you're a broadcaster, you want the kind of partner who's just maybe a little bit off. and can bring some levity sometimes to a broadcast, and I think Tony would be that guy. He's got that thick accent, too. I know he coached in Virginia, but he sounds like one of those guys with those New York plates that comes down to South Carolina and tell us how bad our pizza is down here. Like, that's how Tony sounds. I love him. I got my last name's Sheeman, but I got a lot of Sampino and Terranova blood. I got a lot of family in New Jersey, let's just put it that way. So I'm with you, Tony. Out of the injury timeout, that pass incomplete. Kobe Campbell came in at quarterback, so was that Harrison who was hurt? Either way, Campbell is back in there with 1:55 to go here in this third quarter. I hope Tony's doing well, though. We're thinking about you, buddy. Looking forward to having you back on the field. Campbell, 3rd and long. Pitch out to the running back. We believe it's Kelly. He's tripped up for really not much. And that'll bring up another 4th down. This time 4th and 15. The vast majority of 4th downs have been 4th and long today for West Georgia. They have one big play today, but not much else. Credit this defense. Still not relenting. As I mentioned, the one touchdown that Palmetto Prep has given up here in 2021, that came off of a fumble recovery. So no defensive scores yet. No offense has scored against the defense. Can I talk? The shot clock is at 7. The shot clock, oh man. The play clock is at 7. It was. Now it's at 0. They're going to take another delay here. The officials didn't see it. That punt is blocked. The ball is flipped ahead. Bodies are diving for it. And who comes up with it? Palmetto Prep comes up with it for the touchdown. Who's the big guy who scored? Let's see if we can get the number. Is that 99? That would be Andrew King if it's 99. Andrew King with the touchdown on a most ridiculous play. That was only a matter of time. This special teams has not been able to protect their kicker in any way, shape, or form here this afternoon. And Andrew King scores with 45 seconds left to go. We'll let Ethan Greenberg do his thing, then we're going to take another. Ethan Greenberg belts through another one. 43-0, so this matches last week's score. Second straight game with 40-plus points for Palmetto Prep. And, yeah, let's see if we could take a look at it again. I don't know how much of this we got, folks, so keep your expectations low. I'm real curious just to see. Oh, we got none of it. Shoot. Okay. Instant replay is a work in progress, folks. We're going to take time out. We'll be back here in just a little bit. Ethan Greenberg will kick it off. Palmetto Prep. 43-0. They won last week by the same score. We still got a whole quarter to go here. On the run, that was picked up by Morgan. Morgan trying to get to the opposite side of the field, and it's not going to happen. He stopped at the 15-yard line. West Georgia Prep will be backed up again. I was thinking now about my family in New Jersey. My uncle's wedding was in Baltimore, probably about 15 years ago, and the family from New Jersey came. Now, my great aunt had this guy she married who would go around and ask you how much your house cost. He was real nosy and inappropriate like that, and he did that to the family in New Jersey. And the guys from New Jersey, hey, Joe. Joe was my grandpa. Joe, what's with this guy over here? I don't know them well, but I kind of wish I did because I bet they're fun. I don't know. It just, we were talking about Tony, and it just, one thing led to another, and that's where my mind, it's 43-0, folks. We're going to veer off a little bit here. Stay with me. Kobe Campbell back in at quarterback. And that ball is tipped, and I believe he caught it. Nope, incomplete. It was intended for Dedrick Hurd. Joe, what's with this guy? Oh, man. 2nd down and 10. 30 seconds left to go here in the 3rd quarter. I hope we're putting a smile on Tony's face, if nothing else. The line shifts over to the near side here on this 2nd down. Campbell, again, that pocket collapse. That's not enough time for a quarterback to make a decision. Let's take another look at this. This is just awful protection for the quarterback. At a certain point, it borders on, just not having enough safety for this kid. Now, this is slowed down a little bit here. So count it. 1, 2, running for your life. That's it. And that's slowed down. That's probably a 2.5 seconds. So we're going to have a 3rd down and long again for West Georgia. 3 quarters in the book, and it's all Palmetto Prep. We'll step aside. Fourth quarter, 43-0. 3rd down and 15 for West Georgia Prep. Can we get some protection for Campbell in the offense here? Winnie's got protection. They've had some big plays. They've had a couple of big plays. Their longest, I believe, was 40. But, man, the defense for Palmetto Prep all season long. You can figure out how to block this defense. You got a shot against the Minutemen. Nobody's been able to do that so far. So Campbell got to be careful here. Looks like we got the running clock going as we're already at 14:30. Another sack. This time it's Tyree Morris. Morris, I believe that's his 2nd stop of the day. So it looks like both teams have agreed to the running clock, which will speed things up here. Austin Tilley comes in to punt it away. He had his last punt blocked. It was recovered by Andrew King for a touchdown in the end zone. It was deflected around. King was able to get there first and fall on it. The play clock is at 0. Everybody's kind of just standing around. Doesn't look like anything's going to happen here. What's going on? Oh, they're waiting for a sub. Yeah, somebody's got to call a delay a game here, right? There are, we know of, and this is all that I know Birmingham Sports Academy from my time working in Alabama. I know they're a good program. They're going to put up a fight. And we've seen Phoenix City. They've got a really good defense on par with Palmetto Prep. So we know of at least 3 really good teams. This is going to be a fake. Why not? It looks like it went to Hurd, one of the wide receivers. And he got about 5 yards shy. So Palmetto Prep's going to take over in their own red zone. Andrew Person has come in at quarterback now, so we've seen Nabanye Moore. He started the game, played most of the third quarter. Hayden Vasquez played, I think, all of the second quarter and part of the first. Now it's Andrew Person. Time to get in on the party. He's another Pennsylvania product. He played at Exton. He also played basketball there. I love, and I'm not a coach. I'm too dumb to be a coach. But I love those guys that played multiple sports in high school. Andrew Person on first down. The pass is juggled. It's still alive, and it's picked up by Harris. That never touched the ground. Eric Harris going to the house, and he scores. There's a flag on the play, but holy cow, what a play that was. The ball never touched the ground. It was on the player's back. It looked like it might go, one of the defensive players might pick it up for an interception. So it was intended for Simmons. And it's going to be a hold. Shoot. Well, we're still going to take a look at this play, even though it doesn't count, because it was cool. So let's go back. Now there's the juggle. The ball's still not on the ground. And Eric Harris, that's a smart play. That was another ticky-tack one, I think. So, first down. Handoff, is that Nickel Fields, I believe, who went straight ahead for a gain of a couple? Let's check on that. Yep, Nickel Fields back in there. Nickel Fields had a 20-yard touchdown run back in the second quarter. I say it's no gain, second down and 5. Two receivers on each side now. Andrew Person. Comebacker goes to Johnson over on the far side, and that's a catch, but a minimal gain. Would you be able to check on who number 18 would be? We've got a number 18 in at wide receiver. Yes, and I don't know who that is. I don't have an 18 on my roster anywhere. I'm taking a look here. So third down and 5. Nickel Fields trying to get to the outside. He's going to be stopped at the 10, about a yard shy, so we'll see. Oh, it's Simmons. Okay, so Simmons is wearing number 18 today. Thank you. So he is normally 80. So it looks like they might go for it here. Again, nope, Ethan Greenberg going to come out to kick it. 27-yard field goal attempt. Eric Harris is the holder. Clock continues to run. Wind's picked up from right to left. So he's kicking into the wind here. But it's been Ethan Greenberg's kind of day. He's done it all on special teams as he boots through his 27-yard field goal to make it 46-zip, Palmetto Prep. We'll step aside, bring a Another kickoff for Palmetto Prep coming up here in just a moment. (46-0) season high in points today for Palmetto Prep, and one of these feel-good wins that you want to have when you're ready to go on the road for a couple. Hiroshima back here with you, taking at the 9-yard line. Morgan gets to the outside 20, 25, 30, and he stood up at the 35-yard line, so that's where West Georgia will take over. We've seen the running clock at times here today. It's not running at the moment, though. 9:24 left to go. Ethan Greenberg connects from 27 yards out. So 89 points combined in the last two games after Phoenix City held Palmetto Prep to just that late touchdown in the fourth quarter. This is what you have to do with the winnable games, though. Take care of business. I've been talking about it all afternoon now. October, there are no easy games in October. Not one. And there's a lot more in October than there have been and will be in September. Handoff to the running back. And a flag is down. I believe it's Kelly, the running back. We still haven't figured that out. No, it's Ryan Ross. My apologies. Number 23 is in. So Ryan Ross with his first carry. Flag is down. Now, I thought we had a running clock, but apparently not. So it's stopped at 8:52. Looks like the penalty is on Palmetto Prep. So that'll bring it inside Minutemen territory for West Georgia. The Raiders have it at Palmetto Prep's 46-yard line with 8:44 and counting. We saw Gabriel Harrison briefly at quarterback. Campbell back out there. His pass through the hands. Saeem Safdar almost picking that one off. So they were looking for Hurd. 2nd down and 10 now. Okay, so the clock is running, and it looks like for penalties they're stopping it, and of course change of possession you stop it. So it's running. It's running when the teams are active. Let's just say. I can't think of a better word because my brain has shut off for the day. You're on your own, folks. Campbell 2nd down. Play clock is at 5. Campbell rolls to the right. He's going to bomb this one over the middle, and I believe that was caught. Nice comeback catch. Rondarius Turner making his first catch of the afternoon. There's a flag down, though, and it's coming back. Holding is the call. So that is unfortunate for the Raiders, who finally had something going close to the red zone. So from a 1st down and 10 to a 2nd and 20, West Georgia backed up back inside their own territory at the 44-yard line. Turner getting some instruction over on the sideline. West Georgia is going to be home out of conference. They'll take on Jefferson next Sunday. Then they go on the road on October 10th against the Georgia Knights. That's a conference opponent that Palmetto Prep will play before them on the 26th of September. Campbell facing pressure, just has to get rid of it, and he does. Third down and 20 upcoming. Palmetto Prep, and this might have changed. I haven't been able to look, but 3 players with offers already. Dylan Porter, Tyree Morris. Tyree Morris has 2 offers, Lafayette, Monmouth, Dylan Porter at Morgan State. And then we told you earlier about Max Dowling. He's got 3 offers, Delaware, Buffalo, and Pitt. How about Pitt beating Tennessee? I think college football is better when that Pitt program is good at football. They got that. They got those old school jerseys. They're a throwback kind of a team that you want to see do well. It hasn't been the case for a while now. Play clock is at 0, but nobody noticed. Ball lofted, and that comes up short. So 4th down and 20. Likely the Raiders will kick it away here. Palmetto Prep next week. They're at Gulf Island Sports Academy, Sunday 19th at 2 p.m. Now that we found out before the game started today, they're going to play that one in Atlanta on the 26th. They're back in Georgia to take on the Georgia Knights. This is the start of 4 straight conference games for Palmetto Prep. 3 of their next 4 are on the road, including a game at Fork Union, which is not a conference game, but they're always a tough program. Vinny Testaverde, a lot of former NFL guys played at Fork Union. Telly finally able to get a good kick away, and that's going to take a friendly bounce for the Raiders and go inside the 15-yard line. It'll be down at the 13. 4:39 and counting. Palmetto Prep takes over again, leading at 46-0. And Palmetto Prep, with 4:29 and a running clock, will likely be able to pick up, if they can get a 1st down or 2 here, this game will be finito pretty quickly and will ensure 3 straight games with no defensive touchdowns allowed. Palmetto Prep has yet to give up a score on defense this year. Andrew Person goes under center. Duhart, I believe, is still the running back. Person gets it to Labiad. Labiad gets to the outside, stood up at the 21, got a few more yards before going out of bounds. Grayson Labiad had a touchdown run against MDA Prep last week in the 43-0 victory. That's his first carry here today. He splits time. He plays some running back. He's also been Max Dowling's backup at tight end for the Minutemen this season. Palmetto Prep just running some plays. This is not an opportunity where there's certainly gamesmanship, there's sportsmanship involved. At the same time, this is post-grad football, and these kids need reps, so they're going to run their offense. Duhart straight ahead. With all the good running backs, the run game is certainly the way to go when you're up 46-0. But like I said, You're still going to see guys looking for plays, looking for opportunities to make plays for recruiting purposes. They say that was enough for a first down, so ball at the 23. Max Dowling in at tight as a receiver slotted nearest us. Handoff Duhart. Duhart looking for some space. Well, he's got great eyes. I can see him looking. There's a certain skill involved with that. There's a flag down on the play, by the way. That will stop the clock at 2:15 left to go. Let's run through the scoring recap for you. It started with 10:50 left to go in the second quarter. Vasquez hit Max Dowling for 29 yards, 7-0. Then with 4:30 to go in the half, Nickel Fields had a 20-yard touchdown run. That made it 14-zip after the extra point. A lot of scoring in the third quarter. 10:47 in the third. Caden Bell McKeithen, 12-yard touchdown run. Extra point made it 21-zip. At the 7-minute mark in quarter number 3, DeAndre Duhart with a 40-yard touchdown run. Eric Harris had a 2-point conversion, made it 29-0. With 3:30 left to go in the third, Quincy Thompson from 19 yards out. The fourth touchdown run made it 36-0. With 45 seconds to go in the third quarter, Andrew King, after a punt block, recovered the ball in the end zone for a touchdown. Extra point made it 43-zip. Here's Labiad straight ahead, gets those penalty yards and then some back out to the 26-yard line. And the final score to tell you about Ethan Greenberg, a 27-yard field goal. Boy, how about the kicking game today? The kicking game looks much more comfortable, much more relaxed. Ethan Greenberg has played a great game today. Special teams has been outstanding. Greenberg has 3 of his 4 punts inside the 20 today. Every extra point, the lone field goal attempt has looked smooth. Get special teams at the post-grad level. That's a bonus. Labiad straight ahead. He gains about 10 out to the 33-yard line and a first down for the Minutemen. Well, 3 straight in the books, folks. Palmetto Prep will be on the road. We don't know about streaming, especially next week with the teams meeting at what is essentially a neutral location. But check with the opponents, check the schedule on Palmetto Prep, check their social media, they'll tell you. We'll be back with you on October 3rd, and that'll be a fun one. Phoenix City is back. DeAndre Duhart straight ahead. 2-yard pickup out to the 39-yard line. That might be the last play of the game. We'll see if Palmetto Prep tries to get one more. Again, you're not going to see anybody taking a knee here. These guys want to play. .46-zip. West Georgia will fall to 2-0. Palmetto Prep will go to 3-0. And that'll do it. Season high in points and another shutout for the Minutemen as they go to 2-0 in conference play, 3-0 at home, and 3-0 on the season. Next 2 on the road, as I mentioned. There's the schedule. We'll be back with you October 3rd for Phoenix City, the rematch. That'll be a fun one. Looking forward to that. Once again, your final score today, it's Palmetto Prep 46, West Georgia 0. My name's Chris Sheeman. Thanks for watching.